Electronic Arts in conjunction with WCW brings you WCW Backstage Assault. Grab a chair and start swinging! Fans, I've been in this great sport for a long time, but I'll be the first to admit that I could not have imagined that a match like this could take place. What's he going to do with that? Folks, if this were a movie, it'd be rated NC-17. There's that much violence. He's got him on the run now.
Right now, he must be wondering, what have I gotten myself into?
He's broken the pipe. He tried to end this with one blow, but he missed. That one is going to leave a nasty mark.
That shot really knocked the wind out of him. Wow.
Fans, send your children to bed. This isn't going to have a happy ending.
His opponent's not going to be able to take much more abuse like that. He needs to do something, and do it now.
This is not for everyone, folks. He's bleeding, and I'm not sure how much more we can show of this. This place is being trashed, and you know, I don't believe these two care one bit. Full force into the semi-truck! You've unlocked a reward! That's a recipe for a trip to the plastic surgeon. He was really working him in the corner.
When you get a guy trapped in the corner, manners go right out the window. What you've got to do is make him pay, and make him pay your price.
Hip toss. Hey, you've now got a new wrestler to use. He's gone completely out of control. He just picked up a garbage can. Somebody's going to get a hefty bill for this carnage.
That hurt just to watch. Ooh.
Double axe handle. Death Valley driver. Corporal Cajun doesn't look very good. I think he's really hurt. Well, it's there, so may as well climb it. He's a little dazed after that one. Fans, I would request security, but they've been instructed to let whatever happens, happen. He certainly didn't expect this much offense from Konnan. You'll only see a move like that in WCW, folks. Death Valley driver! He's got him on the ropes. It shouldn't be long now. Irish whip. Face first into the semi-truck. Clothesline. Unsuccessful. That didn't work. He was easily reversed. Corporal Cajun has got to be in a world of pain. Looks like he's preparing for a high-risk move. Spinning back fist. Death Valley driver! They're going toe-to-toe right now. This is amazing.
And nobody's backing up a step, like you said, Tony. Toe-to-toe, there's more punches thrown here than the average boxing match.
K-Dog delivers a devastating shot. This is a devastating turn of events. He's got the wooden box.
Well, he's done. Turn out the lights. Let's call a cab, Tony.
Ouch! That's going to smart.
I hope the guy's got insurance, because he's going to need it.
Well, this one's over with. Hopefully he remembers his name when he comes to. Another fine performance from Konnan. Put this one in the books, folks. A great match here tonight.
It doesn't matter how he earned it, Tony. All that matters is that his name is being announced as the winner.
Well, that's it. For more wrestling action, please visit www.ea.com. WCW Backstage Assault is on the air. Let's see some action. Fans, right now I would detail the rules to you at home, but oddly enough, there are no rules.
You know, Tony, the fans have waited a long, long time to see this match. But more importantly, I've waited a long, long, long time to see this match.
This may not be what you're used to seeing, but frankly, I don't think these two care. They just want to get at one another. Konnan has lost complete control of himself. He's got a weapon. Everything is going his way right now.
A clear mismatch so far. Let's hope this match gets better.
He shows his power. Irish whip. Easy reversal on that move. And where exactly are these two headed now? We're in the semi-truck arena, and these two are set to fight. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. What a crushing blow.
Gather some flowers and find a tombstone, because this man has just been buried. He was 27.
He's opened up a cut. This is getting nasty. And like a projectile, this combatant has been hurled into the semi-truck. I hope those dock workers can run, because this one's going down in the loading bay. Chris Konnan is ready to rumble with that weapon.
If you'd like to make a call,
The payphone has been ripped off the wall.
When that guy comes to, someone's going to need to remind him what year this is. 1937.
Flying body press. Well done. You've unlocked a reward. Wow. Advantage gained by K-Dog. You know, I'm betting that this storage room has a lot of interesting things that they could use as weapons. Positively Konnan with a great reversal on that move. Clothesline. Where are they heading? What do they want to trash next? This is unbelievable. A strange fight indeed. This is now taking place in an exercise room. Death Valley Driver! Nicely done by K-Dog! He's looking to do some serious damage. He's got the barbell.
He's got him down. One more shot will send him to dreamland.
Swing and a miss with the weapon. Call a paramedic. No one can withstand a beating like that. Yes, this fight is happening in the locker room. And no, I don't know why. He's putting on a real clinic in wrestling tonight. Oh my goodness, he's got the garbage can! In all my years of wrestling, I have never seen a beating like that! Death Valley Driver! He's on the run after that impact! Leave that alone! This isn't a riot!
This guy shouldn't try to operate a motor vehicle under the influence of that move.
He just took a dive into the locker! They are completely out of control. Tequila Sunrise! Look, the signal has been given. This match is over by way of submission. This was another win for Konnan. Well, fans, we've been treated to another classic battle on WCW Wrestling.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but it put a W in his win column.
Time for us to hit the showers. Thanks for playing. Loosen up those thumbs, because it's time for WCW Backstage Assault. This one is underway. If you're looking for the ref, keep looking. The only people crazy enough to be near this fight are the two participants.
Some guys want glory. Some guys want money. These two guys want to fight for the sheer fun of fighting.
One, and you'll have to try again later.
There's nothing harder than trying to pin an opponent. There's nothing harder than a grueling, sweaty match. And the one thing you want to hear is Gene Okerlund claiming you as the winner of the match. Don't take that. Punch him. Kick him. Jab him. Do something.
We're going to see exactly how much damage two deranged people can inflict. He's maintaining control and doing a great job.
Right now, he must be wondering, what have I gotten myself into?
Irish whip. For goodness sakes, no! That could kill someone! Folks, this is not one of the greatest matches in the history of our sport. He's cut. He's bleeding. Chris Candido knows there are no rules. Anything is legal, including that weapon. Oh my, you expect to receive punishment in WCW? Not like that. K-Dog appears to be reaching for some insurance.
If he comes this way with that, I have to hit him with some pepper spray. I got some.
I don't even want to know what he plans to do with the wooden bugs. They are completely out of control.
Well, he's done. Turn out the lights and let's call a cab, Tony.
You've unlocked a new wrestler. I must admit, fans, I couldn't bear to watch the cruelty of one human being burning another.
That kind of shot will either clear the cobwebs or tag the toe.
Death Valley Driver! Chris Candido is reeling from the attack. Fans, we're seeing an awesome display of wrestling from Konnan. Now this is crossing the line. Does anyone know where these two are headed?
Boy, oh boy, they need to be careful back there because there's no one back there to protect them.
Congratulations! You've unlocked a reward! DDT! Candido is going to need some time to recover from that move. What is this? He's picked up a mop! This place is being trashed, and you know, I don't believe these two care one bit.
This guy shouldn't try to operate a motor vehicle under the influence of that move.
Clothesline! I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but these two have made their way into the loading bay. He's a little wobbly after that attack. Full force into the wall. Front face lock. That's a recipe for a trip to the plastic surgeon. Is nothing sacred? I guess this is now a full-scale war. He's taking out his opponent with the payphone.
You've got to make opportunities like that stick.
Death Valley Driver! They're going toe-to-toe right now. This is amazing.
And nobody's backing up a step, like you said, Tony. Toe-to-toe, there's more punches thrown here than the average boxing match.
He seems ready for a timeout. If only there were such a thing in a match like this. This may not be what you're used to seeing, but frankly, I don't think these two men care. They just want to get at one another. DDT! And what a blow from Konnan! Front suplex! Candido is in a bit of trouble after that one. Oh my, he'll feel that one for a long, long time.
He needs to put a sighting scope on that weapon.
Konnan just leveled him with that move. Oh my goodness! I can't believe they would use that as a weapon!
Kill him!
Death Valley Driver! What a remarkable move! 2 count and a kick out.
Tony, you should always precede your pin attempts with what else? A good Greco-Roman low blow.
Well, let's try something else, as that one was stopped. Oh my, that's gotta hurt.
I don't know how well his opponent will be able to continue if he takes too many more shots like that.
Death Valley Driver! Chris Candido doesn't look very good. I think he's really hurt. Fans, that move could end the match right here. Body slam!
What incredible stupidity.
Senton splash! Konnan is pulling out all the stops now. Death Valley Driver! What the? How did that happen? Is that possible? Near fall and a kick out.
It's very simple. If he had clobbered him with a brick, he would have gotten the 1-2-3 count. You know, when a man goes down that hard, Tony, it's hard to get back up and win a match. That's why you gotta cheat.
He's tapped out. It's over. Enough said. But one in the win column for Konnan. Another great match brought to you by World Championship Wrestling.
You know, some wrestlers have great strength. Some have tremendous skill. This guy won with nothing but pure dumb luck.
That's a wrap. See you soon. Electronic Arts, in conjunction with WCW, brings you WCW Backstage Assault. And we're off! It doesn't matter if you're on top or trying to get there, because the Hardcore Challenge is where the tough make or break their career.
You know, if you ask the average wrestling fan who they would like to see fight, they would point to these two. That's because they can't spell.
Konnan is making this one look like a mismatch.
A clear mismatch so far. Let's hope this match gets better.
Oh my, you'll feel that one for a long, long time.
You know, that's what I do, Shivani, if you push me too far. I'd knock you out.
I only hope that his opponent will be able to walk after this beating. Oh my, this is getting to the point where someone's going to have to step in.
I can't tell. Is this one guy even trying?
Irish whip. Looks like he's hurt badly. Someone call the paramedics.
His body looks like one giant bruise or a big grape.
This is madness! We didn't want to see anyone cut open! Stop this! Tequila Sunrise! Whoa! I certainly didn't see that happening. Leave that alone! This isn't a riot!
Well, he's done. Turn out the lights and let's call a cab, Tony.
K-Dog is doing some serious damage with that weapon.
This guy's got some kids that need watching when he recovers from this match. Shivani's available for a price. His opponent is hot, but this guy doesn't need to fan him.
This is crazy. What are they trying to do? Gosh. Front suplex. Ouch. That won't be an easy move to shake off. He's going to try his luck from up top. Check the select wrestler screen to see which wrestler you've unlocked. And this one's going to end with the knockout. This was another win for Konnan. Another great match brought to you by World Championship Wrestling.
When I won a match, I always hoped that my opponent would cry. That always made me feel real good about what I had done. Real proud of myself.
Until next time, I'm Tony Schiavone, and you're playing with the big boys. Welcome to WCW Backstage Assault. This one is underway. Fans, I've been in this great sport for a long time, but I'll be the first to admit that I could not have imagined that a match like this could take place.
You know, the most important thing about tonight is that one guy can say, I beat the other. Pride is most important here tonight.
Oh, my goodness! He's pounding him with the sink! Konnan is all over his opponent.
The rate this is going, we'll be done with this match at any time. Check your watch.
Bone-crushing impact by Stevie Ray. That's a recipe for a trip to the plastic surgeon. DDT! Great anticipation there. How much more can a human body withstand? It's too bad someone can't throw a towel in for his opponent. He's being destroyed.
His opponent's not going to be able to take much more abuse like that. He needs to do something, and do it now. That shot really knocked the wind out of him. Wow.
My goodness, don't bank on getting that damage deposit back. Call a paramedic! No one can withstand a beating like that!
That hurt just to watch. Ooh.
Leave that alone! This isn't a riot! Ooh, who's gonna pay for that?
That could have knocked him into next week.
That one is going to leave a nasty mark. Chaos doesn't even begin to describe this. They're gonna break everything. Nicely timed by K-Dog! Tequila Sunrise! That's it! He's done! It's over! Here's your victor, Konnan! Bobby the Brain, we were witness to another spectacular match here on WCW.
What an amazing match, Tony. You can only see a hard-fought win like this at WCW.
Until next time, I'm Tony Schiavone, and you're playing with the big boys. We are live for WCW Backstage Assault. Everybody in the back, hit the deck! It doesn't matter if you're on top or trying to get there, because the hardcore challenge is where the tough make or break their career.
You can forget the rule book. These two guys are going to give us a real good fight.
I cannot believe the ferocity being shown by Konnan. How in the name of heaven would someone use a weapon like that against another human being? He's maintaining control and doing a great job.
A clear mismatch so far. Let's hope this match gets better.
That could have meant the match if it had connected. Fans, if you're squeamish, then I beg you to please turn away. You ever wonder why there's always 2x4s around wrestling arenas? That's it for that object. Next. Death Valley Driver! In all my years in professional wrestling, I've never seen anything like it.
He's so dazed, I bet he still thinks he can win this match.
Big Vito is in a bit of trouble after that one. No! He's going to use a chair! That's it. He's bleeding. And that's all for that object. Death Valley Driver! They're going toe-to-toe right now. This is amazing.
And nobody's backing up a step, like you said, Tony. Toe-to-toe, there's more punches thrown here than the average boxing match.
Leave that alone. This isn't a riot. Tequila Sunrise. From out of nowhere. That was amazing. That move looked like it wounded him. Call a paramedic. No one can withstand a beating like that. There's another reward. That one has left him reeling. Front suplex. Konnan is pulling out all the stops now. The intensity he's showing is unbelievable. Oh! What a reversal that was. Double axe handle. Inverted DDT. That one leveled his opponent. Death Valley Driver. Do my eyes deceive me? He's going for the win! A burst of energy keeps the challenger in the game. Gut Buster!
I don't know how well his opponent will be able to continue if he takes too many more shots like that.
Vito is suffering somewhat after that move. Tequila Sunrise! There you have it. He's done. Great win for Konnan. Well, fans, we've been treated to another classic battle on WCW Wrestling.
Love him or hate him, you have to admit that tonight he was the better man.
Until next time, that's all for WCW Backstage Assault.